Hey guys, John here with another Switch 2 video. So I've been meaning to try out a new feature that I've seen but not really talked about that much, and that's specifically GameShare on the Switch 2. So what GameShare is, right? You have any Switch 2 console, right? They're able to initiate a GameShare session with a compatible game, and then you can share that with any other Switch 2 or even previous Switch 1 or Switch OLED consoles. So there's only a handful of games at the time of this recording, but let's give it a try to see how things go. Alright, so as again, here's my Switch 2. I have a copy of one of the compatible games, 51 and Clubhouse games, and that's loaded on this system. These two do not have it, so let's see what happens if I try to game share. So I believe the game share icon is this. Yep, play together software that supports game share. So you can join it here. So I guess I have to start it from the game itself. Alright, as we can see, this game has gotten updated with game share. So we're going to hit game there. Let's do play with local users. So I believe the other option is you can play with game chat. That's where you can share it online, but only a handful of games are allowed to do that as well. Alright, so now the system is showing. So I'm going to try with my first Switch 2 system that doesn't have it. I'm going to hit join. Local user. Alright, this is my wife's, so let's join as hers. Okay, I found the other Switch 2, so I'm going to hit join. Please connect the target you want on this. Alright, console itself. Alright, so it's seeing each other's in the lobby just fine. Alright, now let's try with my Switch OLED. This is not a Switch 2, this is the Switch OLED, the previous generation of Switches. So, I'm going to hit game share. I want to do a different account this time. Took a little bit longer, but I did find it. Alright, looks like it has found all three. So this is awesome to see. This reminds me of the DS Play download days. Alright, so effectively what you're seeing right now is that I'm able to start the game session. Alright, and it booted up on all three systems. So there is a banner on the top. So for the system that is sharing it, it's saying in a game share session. Alright, and then the others, it'll say in a game share session with the host, which is this one. So this is awesome. So it looks like the host is probably able to control what it is, and the others probably don't have much input, at least on the Clubhouse games. But it looks like for 3-player games, look, we have a couple of games like Chinese Checkers, Ludo, we have Ricci Mahjong, Last Card, Blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Sevens. So yeah, 3-player compatible games are showing up. Let's just do something simple like Blackjack. Alright, playing 5 rounds of Blackjack. It's beautiful. Everything's synced up really well from each other. It almost seems like there's almost no lag at all too. So yeah, it all works perfectly. And it seems like you could even move around the room too. So if I wanted to go over here, sit down, while my other switches are over there, it looks like you can all play within the same room. So it looks pretty good. I wonder how far I can go. I'm gonna go a little bit further, okay? I'm gonna go all the way. Okay, so I'm about 2.5 rooms away, but it looks like the connection is still holding up just fine, as long as you're within the same vicinity of each other. There's this little bar meter at the top that shows you how good your connection is, and obviously when it's right next to each other, you're gonna have 3 bars. But I had 2 bars even when I was 2 rooms down. All right, let's say the host wants to just quit for some reason. Alright, if I go home, the others, yep, game share is currently suspended. It's just similar to Steam Remote Play or other game sharing services. And it looks like I could decide to just exit the game too. So if I close the game, alright, it tells the others that they've ended their game session. So that was amazing, that was quick. So on the Nintendo website, they have a list of featured games compatible with GameShare. There's only a handful of them at launch right now. What we could try is, we can try Mario Party, and I also have Super Mario 3D World, so we can give those a shot. Okay, JK, I can't actually do Mario Party yet, because the Jamboree TV upgrade pack is technically not here yet, so it's still running the Switch 1 version on the Switch 2. So, I guess we'll try another game. Alright, so let's try Super Mario 3D World. Let's see, local online. All right, here we go. In the new update, we have game share and local play. All right, searching for the room again. And I am going to go to GameShare on both. Join. Cool. All right, searching for all three. Join, join. All right, and just like that. And let's start. All right, so it looks like it is streaming properly to the other two consoles. Obviously, the host is the one in control. The others can only control what they want to control, so they can spawn in their person if they wanted to. But that's pretty much it. And it looks like it will play just the same as if you were playing together locally on the same system. And I gotta say, yeah, virtually almost no lag. And it feels pretty good. Let me try like getting into a level. Alright, so I'm playing on one of the GameShare sessions right now. Looks like there is a little bit of a delay. Especially in the graphic department. It looks like it downscaled a little bit. But it's still a decent connection as long as you're close. And yeah, I feel like I can play just fine on this. Alright, here it is on the Switch OLED. Yeah, sometimes as you can see, there is a little bit of a lag. It could be due to environmental, like if you have a lot of like wireless connections near you, maybe it could affect it. I'm literally right next to the other switches right now. So maybe for like graphically intense or like action-based games, they could downgrade the graphics a little bit. This is exactly what they do at Steam Remote Play too when it happens. But otherwise, it is definitely playable, I would say. Alright, let's give Mario Odyssey a try too, because apparently this is a supported game, and I believe the other player, only one other one can play as Cappy. So let's see. Let's do 2 players. And there we go. We have GameShare and local play. Alright, for this purpose, I'm just going to try with the Switch OLED this time. So, joining the GameShare. Let's start. Alright, so we have the game started, and it looks like, yeah, it actually looks pretty decent on the Switch OLED, despite it just being a stream. Alright, so I am Cappy in this one. I mean, yeah, Cappy moves pretty well, I would say. And then, of course, like, the main guy is controlled by Mario. So wherever I move is wherever Cappy can go. And let's see. Let me try detaching. Okay. Yeah. This actually plays a little bit better than 3D World. Maybe because it's only strictly a 2-player max game. Alright, so again, I'm in a room over doing a little testing the connection. Looks like I still have 2 bars. The graphic quality did degrade a little bit. Looks like it's going down to like 720, sometimes even 480p. Sometimes there is a little bit of a hiccup. But again, I am a whole room over, and I'm further away from the Switch. So this is the performance that you should be expecting. So ideally, you're playing next to each other in the same room. Alright, and that's pretty much all the games that I own. I'll have to wait for the Jamboree Mario Party to test that one out. I don't own Big Brain Academy, heard it's a good game. Yeah, we tested these. Oh, there's also Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for some reason. But that's all the currently officially supported GameShare games as of right now. Okay, so my overall thoughts on this. I think this can be a good use case for a couple of people. So number one, if you still have an original Switch lying around somewhere, right? Like if you're still holding on to your V1, V2, or OLED like I am, right? Because I love the screen. And maybe you want to play with someone else, and you just throw them another console. This could be an option for you guys to play in the same room, and especially repurposes and give some life back into your old Switch. The other reason, right, is if you have 2 Switches and you only own 1 copy of the game, but you want to play multiplayer with someone, but for some reason you guys prefer like handheld mode, then I would say this is another good option to play together in the same room, of course. Now, I don't know about game chat. I believe what I'm seeing with the local latency right now, I think there's probably going to be additional latency online. Maybe if you guys were playing docked with the Ethernets, maybe it could be a better experience. But yeah, this is kind of the local experience and what I've experienced playing in the same room with the same consoles. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this was helpful for people who are curious about GameShare and wanted to try it, especially to bring back old memories of, being in the same room with your DS and just playing together. I'll continue to make some Switch 2 videos on this channel as long as people want them. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.